I'm Deimos, the Greek god of terror, who many may know from Greek myth. Today we're going to be playing Spider-Man for the PlayStation 2. I played this game in the year 2000, and it's not very extraordinary, with the exception of one moment, and that's why we are returning to this game. I intend to face the Green Goblin at his inexplicably highest performing moment, but before we do that, we're going to face the easiest character in the game. Triarch. I remembered that. It sounds like the movie from You Wouldn't Steal from Your Grandmother, would you? But why would you steal a movie? Bootlegging is against the law. Spider-Man says so. The Green Goblin is selling bootleg DVDs outside of the Times Square movie theater, and Spider-Man has got to stop it. For justice! For ticket sales!
Greetings. Welcome to the tutorial. Yeah, I know, you want to get on with things, beat up the bad guys, do the whole superhero thing, blah, blah, blah. Well, everyone's got to start somewhere. Trust me, when you're hip-deep in trouble later on, you'll be glad you went through this. All right, now let's get started. Now get the gum out of your ears and listen. Touch the question mark directly in front of you.
That question mark? I can't look around. God of War style.
Well, good to see that you can follow basic instructions. Now, these question marks will teach you how to use your powers. Check out the compass. Your compass will point straight towards your next objective. Up on the compass means forward to you. You follow me? Well, stop following me or I'll have you arrested.
Alright. This negative lattice work park. Oh.
Now, this doohickey is the height meter, not to be confused with the width meter. It lets you know how much higher or lower you are from the next objective. Now, you are the little red dot, and your target is blue, so now's your chance to self-test for color blindness. Anyway, using the compass and height meter together, you should be able to find your next objective, no matter where it is. Go ahead, give it a shot. I'll wait, but not for long.
Alright, so the compass says this way, and the dipole particle blue, but it says it's above me. The blue is above. Oh,
this is incredible! Am I really doing this? Well, you're easily impressed, aren't you? You haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet.
Ooh, Spider-Man, stick on walls like Spider-Man can. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's for jumping too early.
Ooh, that's some view, huh? Okay, not really, but hey, this is just training, right? Now, to rotate the camera, push left or right on the right analog stick. You can recenter the camera behind you by pushing down on the right analog stick.
What was that? What's this? What is this? I don't remember this. What on earth is that? I pressed R3 and that happened. Okay. I don't seem... Oh, what's this? Oh, alright. It's if I look away from that.
Okay, the topic at hand is web swinging. But let's get one thing straight first. Do not try this at home. Your house isn't nearly tall enough, okay? Good. Now that the public service message is out of the way, press the R2 button to start web swinging. If you need to floor it, hold down the R2 button while you swing. You'll go faster, sure, but you won't be able to turn worth beans, so watch it. Web swing over to your next objective. Use your compass and height meter to find it. If you can't find it, I can't help you. Unplug the machine and walk away.
Stop that. Oh my goodness. No, I can't see. What am I doing? Here we go. Alright, good. What? It says I have to go in this direction.
Yahoo! Hey, king of the world, don't let it go to your head, okay? Look, you're swinging, but sooner or later you're going to want to drop. You can break your web line by pressing the X button. Whoa, 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 whoa. Careful there, Captain Jumpy. Now, since you're just getting started, we're going to let you get away with moves like that. But once you're out in the big bad city, passing below a certain height means sayonara Spidey. Try not to let yourself get too low.
All right. So I'm used to Spider-Man 2 swinging, where you have to like swing up to jump at a certain point in the swing to elevate. This one is just
Here's a little party favor for you.
like flying
A
in
combo
Ultimate
power
Alliance
up.
2.
Try to locate as many of these babies as you can. Each time you get one, you'll unlock a new web power or combo to add to your list of attacks. For those of you playing along at home, that's a good thing. Oh, and for those of you with short-term memory issues, which would be most of you, you can check out a list of the combos you've unlocked in the pause menu. Are you ready to dish out some old-fashioned justice?
Yes.
Throw a punch with the square button. Ooh! And kick with the circle button. Yeah! It may not be pretty, but it gets the job done. All right, kiddo, let's see what you got.
What you doing up here, pencil neck?
Call me Pencil Neck. I'm not exactly enjoying you right now.
I can't believe how much stronger I am. This is too cool.
Wow, good for you. If you want to throw some more goons around, knock on the door by facing it and pressing the punch button. I'm going to grab a ham sandwich. Whenever you're done beating bad guys up, follow your compass and height meter.
Right, I'm Deimos, God of Terror, and we're still here fighting, playing against the weakest enemy in the Spider-Man 2000 video game.
Yahoo! Hey, king of the world, don't let it go to your head, okay? Look, you're swinging, but sooner or later you're going to want to drop. You can break your web line by pressing the X button.
It's like It's like Spider-Man is the red, and the objective is blue. It's really that this character is half of Spider-Man, and together they make the whole being.
Here's a little party favor for you. A combo power-up. Try to locate as many of these babies as you can. Each time you get one, you'll unlock a new web power or combo to add to your list of attacks. For those of you playing along at home, that's a good thing. Oh, and for those of you with short-term memory issues, which would be most of you, you can check out a list of the combos you've unlocked in the pause menu. Are you ready to dish out some old-fashioned justice?
My
Throw a
father's the
punch
god
with
of
the square
war.
button. Ooh! And kick with the circle button. Yeah! It may not be pretty, but it gets the job done. All right, kiddo, let's see what you got.
What you doing up here, pencil neck?
Call me Pencil Neck. Take that.
I can't believe how much stronger I am. This is too cool.
Wow, good for you. If you want to throw some more goons around, knock on the door by facing it and pressing the punch button. I'm going to grab a ham sandwich. Whenever you're done beating bad guys up, follow your compass and height meter.
What is that? 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 A Duck Hill Park? What is that? It's like a building with a hangar in the middle of it. It looks like that building from Godzilla 2000 after Godzilla stepped through it. What is that? What is that? Oh. I can't control this guy. What's going on? Oh boy. There we go. All right.
You lost, kid?
Take that! Right, so we are now fighting the weakest enemy in the game.
You. You think you're pretty tough, huh?
Goes on his knees.
Yo, what happened to the other guys that came up here?
I beat them with my fists. What was that? Oh, camera lock. And for super lock, you fill the entire apartment with gas and my foot in 0 to none. Oh, look at that.
You beat those guys up? How embarrassing.
Oh, this guy knows?
What you doing up here, pencil neck?
Writing a report on how to kick your face. Oh my goodness, he's going ham! It's like fighting Sabretooth in X2 Wolverine's Revenge. Or the Freak Mutants from the Freak Show
You
level.
lost, kid?
Bam, 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 bam. Okay, use this. Take that! Yeah! This negative area park we're in. I can't look up. I can only look around.
Look at you. You think you're pretty tough, huh? Yo, what happened to the other guys that came up here?
The same thing that's about to happen to you. It's like the directions only move in the same way regardless of where the oh wait, no. Now it seems pretty much controllable. There was a moment where it seemed like if the camera's this way and I press to in the direction I want to move, it still keeps going forward. Like it arbitrarily inverts. And then when you look in a certain direction again, the controls go back to what you're accustomed to. How did I do that?
You beat those guys up? How embarrassing.
Hold on, I need your body to test something. Sorry. How did I do that?
What you doing up here, pencil neck?
Hit you in the face. Oh. I'm only allowed to shoot at the ground. Game doesn't want me to shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him. Coming in for the kill. Spider bite. I can't kick from here. I can only punch.
You lost, kid?
How did I do that? Punch and jump away. Damn. Whoa! That guy did a somersault onto his feet? All these thugs used to be gymnasts?
Look at you. You think you're pretty tough, huh? Yo, what happened to the other guys that came up here?
I beat them. Oh my goodness! My kidneys getting punished. Oh, inverted controls.
You beat those guys up? How embarrassing. What you doing up here, pencil neck?
How do I go back?
You lost, kid? Look at you. You think you're pretty tough, huh?
Maybe it's just... He did a split! Ballerinas and
What happened to the
gymnasts
other
I'm
guys that
fighting
came up
here. Whoa, I just suddenly moved toward him. I can do that?
You beat those guys up? How embarrassing.
Take that. But the kick doesn't work that way. Kick, you have to move toward him.
What you doing up here, pencil neck?
Oh, here's something. Punch, jump.
Okay. Well, you just got pounded by the weakest enemy in the entire game. That's not something you're going to want to brag about, all right? Now, luckily for you, you can practice here until guys like this are just speed bumps on the way to bigger bad guys. Of course, if you suck, you'll just stay here forever.
Sucks to be that mortal. Yeah. Look at him, he's just standing there. I'm afraid to move. Man. That reminds me of the time my father sent me to Weenie Hut Juniors to attack the chthonic eaters. Some mortals are just not born with the life energy to make the kind of life that mortals would want to happen. It's like all of the complexity that exists is there at the beginning, and from that point on, it's a downhill from there. That it's breaking down that initial yoke, that initial complexity from the beginning. Like everything's unwinding, everything's happening by breaking down and unwinding. Everything from the formation of bodies to creativity, it's all breaking something down and it's running out as all that complexity gets used up. And so, in essence, mortal beings are like piles that have complexity, but there isn't enough of the good, consistent complexity to make things the way that they would want to. There's complexity, but only the kind of domino chain reaction kind of complexity. He's looking behind him. So there's whatever complexity there is has to exist within the boundaries of the destructive, just repetitive forces of nature that are going to, repeat themselves over and over again. And by doing that, can gradually accumulate large amounts of complexity, but cannot create large changes all at once, which is often required to create the best kinds of complexity. And it results in mortal beings that, in essence, have to cook life up. It requires just this intense energy of a certain type of energy. and it allows you to, everything that is good will form on its own. But some mortals don't have that amount of energy, and the more advanced mortals who have all of their living parts enjoy punishing them, as if their existence is holding everyone else back. Oh, there he comes. Okay. Punch, jump. Oh, there it is. Punch, jump. Punch, jump. Yep. And, my father hates those people, but I feel bad for them.
You lost, kid?
And just as that narrator, I think that's Bruce Campbell, just as Bruce Campbell said. Oh, I can do it with the kick. If you suck, if you're lucky, you end up in a place like this. This negative park place. Ooh, look at that. Spider-Man. Spider-Man crawls on the top of water towers like a spider can. You end up in a place like this, where it's a little boring, but it is sort of interesting. But when you know that this is the only place that you can have anything close to a life, like this is the safe place near the beginning of the level. What's that? I see something glowing over there. Oh, no, can't go over there. Okay. It's probably as a god of loss. I'm the god of terror, panic, and loss. This place has a special value to me. I feel the despair of those who didn't have the life power to leave this place and to experience even most of what life has in it, to give pleasure, to have that is good. They were stuck here forever, while everyone else could move on and be self-sustaining and meet people, make friends, meet pretty girls, have sex, have families, not have to be attacked by most people and convince governments that your life has value. Other people got to have those things in life, and that makes you feel like you don't have a problem. And some people can't do that, and they just remain in these sad, pathetic states in life. But I think there's a special safe place, going back to the beginning, that the place where anyone can live, that, you know, it's not the great, you don't want to stay here forever, it's just a place to be safe while you're vulnerable, you hope to leave one day, but for those who can't, there's a special safety in this, that this is going to be my life is going to be here. When you're that kind of mortal, when you need this place, that's when it's different. Like, yeah, it's not what I want, but it's all you've got. For more advanced beings, you don't feel it because you don't need it. But, my father wanted me to punish them, and part of the punishment is the perpetual victim blaming. I think more advanced beings, they punish the weak because the part of it is that Homo sapiens, I think, or mortal beings, are just evil. They like causing discomfort and knowing that they have eternal, unrevocable, immutable power over someone else. They like knowing that you're the people whose rules everyone has to follow to live in the world. You're the one who those people have to obey, and there's nothing they can do about it. They love being that eternal judge, being the one behind the desk, being the one who makes the decisions over how you will live, how you will speak, what gods you have to worship. Whoa, what was that? And then after a while, they keep abusing each other. It does something to your soul. And it really gives the people who have everything, who are born whole and healthy and capable, it gives them an inferiority complex toward the people they're victimizing. Oftentimes my father would tell me to tell them to victim blame them, to tell them that, oh, they're stuck here because they want to be stuck here, because they're not doing good enough and they have to try harder. That's nonsense. There's a certain amount you have to be born with. That's how it's because of the 1.25 GeV, cosmic existential dendrodephilionic pylonic ingratiated nature of this reality, that you end up with this, the good get better and the bad get worse sort of thing. Because it's a momentum derivative success rate. So when you when you have a reality that's like a chain reaction, that there isn't the kind of complexities to make sure that good things always happen, it's just a repeating series of very simple things that just continue to more complex things. Whatever the structure of that reality does, it does, whether it's good or bad. So that's not consistent enough to create meaningful, like, real types of life that a mortal would want to live. And the sad result of that is that some mortals don't get to live very well. But my father hates them because he's supposed to support this mortal propensity to have what the constant victimization of other people makes you feel like you're less than them. So even though you have everything, they still feel powerless, and then that makes it even worse, that despite all the power you had, that your own body betrays you and takes your power away, that really the gods are against you. I think that terrifies mortals the most. And it's why when often even those, especially those who have everything, and who, when they have power over people, to have that power challenged by nature. So it makes them feel like they need to constantly be punishing that weaker person to maintain that power, and it gets harder and harder, because the more you abuse, the worse you feel about yourself. So oftentimes the perpetrators will feel angry. That's often why they don't want to be honest, because to be honest about something you did wrong is to surrender control. And they are uncomfortable with losing power to someone that they were so powerful over. And particularly that nature was against them while they were abusing. That upsets them very much. They have a natural fear of the gods. So oftentimes they attack the victim like the victim is the one who has everything, because that's what being a horrible mortal makes you feel like, that you're the one who's missing something. So you run around with like the people who are the most beautiful and have the most of everything good in life. They're angry at the weaker people for having too much, because they feel like, doing all of this has changed us and has, despite everything we have, still made us inferior. You don't deserve to be treated well, so we have to take it out of you. That not only do they want to be in control of their victims, but the fact that nature denied them that really we took it away, it makes them more insecure about their control over those that they abuse. That's a very sad thing. So often my father would have me blame those people at Super Weenie Hut Juniors, telling them that they're not they don't have the nature that brings good things, and often supporting other mortals to treat them like their existence is bringing problems to other people. That's another effect of like the superiority abuse. That is that mortals will begin to see the victims as even more ugly, as almost like a hostile, as like, this kind of like this paranoia that comes toward the victim. That is Because once again, they feel insecure about themselves because they know they're doing something wrong. So they don't want to show honesty, they don't want to show anything good for you to help someone who they see the gods are supporting, the gods are giving the superior a challenge, so they feel like they need everything they can get, and they don't even want to let the victim have the basic decency. And then also, it makes them feel like that because they want the opposite. They want to impose on the victim that everything is against you, that you are the one that cannot naturally wield power or be treated well. So they like treating you like you're expendable garbage, like you don't have the natural ability to give anything good, and therefore it's not okay for you to have anything good. That you are a liability to everyone else, that if you're someone who's doomed to be suffering and having problems that no one else is, well, everyone else is going to have to like help you, because they know that if someone really, they create this situation where they want to make someone feel like they're naturally doomed to be inferior, because really they feel inferior for being horrible people. And then once they do that, now this lie they've created has power over them, and now they have to start like isolating the victim from them, because now they feel like, well, if you're this born to fail person, your problems are going to become our problems. We're going to have to help you, and it's never going to matter because you're doomed by destiny. When their own kind have problems, then they'll be generous because they feel like there's hope for you. You're not the gods. They want to pretend like the gods are not against us. So if we have problems, yes, help them. But if the chthonic eaters of Super Weenie Hut Juniors have problems, no, it's their fault. Blame them. Lie to them. Tell them no one's against them. Because you have to. There's a feeling of They have a feeling of being an abuser like that gives you a feeling of accomplishment in abusing and hurting those people, because you feel like you're stopping essentially someone who has problems from their problems spreading to the people who still have a chance at life. That we still have a chance to live well, you don't. So just let us have this power over you and let us take whatever we want from you. That's why the victims are always saying we matter, because the superiority generates this idea that the victim's life, their happiness, their comfort, and their problems don't matter, because your life will never measure up to being worthwhile.
Look at you. You think you're pretty tough, huh?
To protect. The mortals live a very sad and brutal life. Oh, there it is. Okay, so kick, jump back. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Whee! What's going on here? An elevator? Oh, snap! Cool! Oh. I wanted to see that break. Other way. Awesome! Can I break them? Time for the God of War. How'd I do that? Can't break this one. The one that got away. Alright, let's go upstairs. So that was the easiest character in the game. So next, we will be facing off with the strongest character at the game, at the point in the game with Green Goblin's greatest performance. See you then.